This is the Talkshow with Vic, aka Mr. Never Chillin, and I am here today on episode 9 with one of my great friends, Shawn Harrison, better known as Chef Love.
Yeah, Chef Love. You better get familiar. Tell
Yes,
me.
sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for joining me today, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you having me, man. Appreciate it.
Of course, yeah. This,
Yeah.
this was a long time coming too, because I've been trying to get you on this for a while now. But I'm glad we finally had a schedule that worked out for us. But if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself to the community, like who you are, what do you do for a living, a fun fact about yourself, or anything else.
Okay. Yeah, Shawn Harrison, but like you say, I go by Chef Love. That is a name that I use for my business. But it will be a name that you will recognize for other things. I got some other stuff coming. But for a living, I work at the post office at a full-time job. And then, like I said, I have my business on the side. It's a fitness and nutrition business. And I'm also into like real estate, but I really don't speak too much on that because I like to
Mhm.
keep that on the low because I be maneuvering out here. So yeah, but that's basically what I do for a living. And then fun fact, I guess it's not a fun fact, but it's just I like to do like adventurous things and I like camping. You,
Right.
you may not hear that from black guy normally, but like I just like camping, man. I just like to be in the outdoors in the wilderness and just doing stuff for adrenaline sometimes. But
Right.
yeah, man,
Right.
I'm just cool dude, laid back, just like to have fun. You know what I mean? That's just like to have fun.
Yes,
Chilling.
sir. Yeah, no doubt, man. But yeah, man, let's get into the reason why we're all here today. We're going to start off with our first segment. We're going to talk about your business and services that you kind of just mentioned there. What businesses or services do you actually do?
Okay, yeah. So my business name is Irresistible Flavor. That's the shirt that I got on right here. So basically with this business, I offer customized workout plans and meal plans, and that what that service is mostly like for people that's not local. So if I can't come in contact with you or anything, so I could just send you a document and it breaks down day by day. It's like a week like blueprint, and you can
Hmm.
use this blueprint for however long because this is what I use on a daily basis.
Hmm.
So I don't need to show you day by day for a whole year. Like you can use this blueprint for however long you want to use it. And then I give you so much information that you can just pick and choose how you want to do it, workouts and all that stuff. And
Right.
then and then I also offer like meal plan, and it's healthy meal plan. So what that is, I make them on Sundays. So basically, if you want to place an order, you place it in by Friday, and then I make it Sunday. You pick it up or deliver on Sunday, and then you just have it for Monday through Friday, and you can get however many meals you want. I have some people do 5, 10, 15, depending on how many meals you want a day.
Hmm.
And then also, this is a service that I haven't actually done yet, but I would love to. Is my personal chef service is where I'll come to your house and cook for you. If you have a little romantic dinner you want to do for your girl and you can't really cook that well, I can come in
Show
and
up, whip
whip
it up
something
for him
up.
real quick.
You know what I mean? And I'm a dude. I can set the mood. I can get a little romantic. I can set it all up for you. I do all that. Like I'm good at decorating all this stuff. Like a little
Hmm.
weird, but yeah. So I can do all that stuff, and then and I also do training. What the whole training thing is, it's hard for me because I have a full time job.
Right.
But like we can always, because usually I work out after work anyway, so you basically can just somehow we can figure out a schedule to do that if you're interested in that. But yeah, so yeah, that's basically it. Oh yeah, and I do like made to go orders. Like you don't always if you don't always want like healthy meals, I
Right.
do the best wings in the city for
Yeah,
sure.
they definitely slap. I can definitely vouch for that one. Yeah, my,
Yeah,
my,
that's
my girl's actually excited to try your food. She was like, "Make sure you tell Sean I can't wait to try his food." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna happen when you get up here. That's definitely gonna
yeah,
happen."
for sure, man. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. The wings are official. I'm not
Also,
just saying that because I make them right. I
right.
a lot of people just tell me like, but
Y-
yeah, so I do that wings, whatever you want. I got like new menus coming soon. It's just I got my hands in a lot of different things, so it's hard for me to just focus on. getting new stuff constantly with meal menus ready and
Hmm.
stuff like that. 'Cause like I said, I got my hands in real estate and all this other stuff. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, man, I'm working on some things for that though.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. When did you start all this, and what made you get into this?
I started it in 2017. Um, it when I started, like it was like a couple of people, that supported whatever, but um, it really, I think people are really starting to notice it now.
Hmm.
Like 3 or 4 years later, because I've really been like pushing it a lot more.
Right,
But yeah, I've been started. I've been doing this. So I mean, but you may just be seeing it now, but I've been doing it, man. I've been grinding.
right, right.
Yeah.
Why did you want to do this? Like, what got you into it?
For me, I mean, I've always been an active person. Like a health. I just live a healthy lifestyle. That's me. So I just wanted to extend a hand and try to help people, like mentally and physically. That's why I started the business. Like the reason why I really started pushing it is because I had a conversation with a friend, and they were just telling me like, yo, just do it, you know, because sometimes like we start to like kind of doubt ourselves.
Right.
You're like, oh, ain't nobody gonna be like interested in this or that or
Hmm.
whatever. But it's like, oh, just do it. And I mean, I just did it, and it started off slow, like I said, in 2017, but now it's starting to pick up. So yeah, man,
Hmm.
that's why I kind of just started just to kind of help people out, because I know that's one of the things a lot of people struggle with, is getting that fitness life together, eating healthy.
Right.
'Cause we got all this good food out here, man. It's hard. Trust me, I struggle myself too. I mean, it may look like I'm in shape, but I'm in shape, but I know I have my weaknesses that that kind of mess up my workout life. So
Right.
yeah, but yeah, so yeah, that's what I started, man. To help people out, get them on the right track.
Gotcha. So, what are your 5 year goals? Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And then, like, what is your ultimate goal at the end?
Uh, in 5 years, well, in 5 years, I would like, because I'm thinking like right now, I'm trying to like rebrand.
Hmm.
So what I have in my mind, I'm hoping that it would start to take off within the next 5 years. Because after I rebrand, I'm gonna really start to focus on like merch, and, shipping like food and all that stuff. So
Right.
that's where I'm really trying to be. And my ultimate goal, what I really want to do is, like I said, like I want to have like my food just worldwide and my products and everything. And then also, man, I just want to just like I said, I want to like the whole personal chef thing. I just
Right.
want to just travel, man. You know, learn different cultures, cook with different people, and learn from other chefs. Stuff like that. So just travel the world
Right.
and just experience things for food. I mean, I love food. I love to eat. Pretty sure everybody else loves to eat. So it's like, why would you not, want to do that for a
Right.
living? So that's what I really want to do is, yeah, just travel. That's like my ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Just not to need my job and do what I want, do what I love. What's my passion?
Right.
So
Right. So,
that's
hopefully,
all.
it sounds like the ultimate goal is we'll see you on Food Network and other channels like that doing
Exactly. Yeah,
the different
exactly.
things.
That's the top goal is to hopefully get my own show, cooking show, and also with my videos on a free mind Friday videos, like this stuff just
Hmm.
combined into just kind of do me, man. Just what I love to do. So that's the
Right.
ultimate.
Yeah, for sure. What were some of the steps that you have taken to get to where you're at now? Like, talk about your journey from like 2017 to now.
Um, I mean, the step I would say is from failure, because it's like, because I was even just looking at my pictures like when I first started out my meal preps. Not saying that they look bad, but it was just, I was like I guess maybe of the quality of the camera, I don't know, but
It's part of it.
chill, don't. But yeah. So I guess it was just me just learning from like failures, or sometimes like back then I used to. I used to like kind of I wouldn't say forget like orders or anything like that, but
Mm-hmm.
I guess back then I was kind of everywhere. So I just learned how to focus and and manage my time, prioritize. So I learned from that and also man I just learned from one thing you just have to remember as a business is like everybody not going to support you. You just have to appreciate the people that do.
Right.
And I had to learn that over the years because it's like, yo, ain't nobody supporting and nobody sharing my
Mm-hmm.
stuff, ain't doing this, ain't doing that. And that after the years go on, it's like, man, like look, just appreciate the people you have and just keep pushing. And that's what I've been doing. And then more people started coming on. My
Mm-hmm.
name started to click on a little bit more. And even now it's not done. Like I still got a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of learning, still got a lot of learning to do. Just upgrading myself, my business. So it's a lot to come.
Right.
But like I
Yeah.
said, man, I would say everybody that has supported so far, for real.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah. I kind of feel you on all that too, because like I feel like my journey with this whole podcasting and talk show and stuff like that. Like I don't get a ton of viewers or a lot of support, but I still do it because I genuinely enjoy doing this. So it's as long as you keep pushing forward, and if you keep enjoying it, why not? I mean, there's no reason to not do this, especially if you really enjoy it. So, like you said, you just gotta keep pushing forward, and eventually the support and more community and fan base will follow, and more supporters and stuff. So, just gotta keep putting in the work, make it better, make the production value better. Like you just gotta
Yeah,
start somewhere though.
yeah.
Like you ain't going to be the best from the
Nah, bro.
beginning.
Yeah, for real. Like you just gotta just keep upgrading, man. And you gotta just appreciate what you bring. Like at the end of the day, like you gotta like support yourself. Like you gotta
Right.
love yourself. Like because once you get down, this thing is over. Like
Right.
so like once you do that, it's over. You just gotta keep at it, man. Like there's been moments where I was like, yo, man, what I'm doing this? Like ain't nobody supporting, nobody likes it. Like you said with the views and stuff. Like when I be doing my videos, like get a couple of views, like ain't nobody even listening. But you
Right.
gotta remember, this is not why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it for views. You're doing it to get that information out there.
Right.
So
So whether you
you know,
impact one person or 1,000 people or whatever it is, you're still impacting somebody.
yeah, yeah, big facts. That's saying like I be having like at least one person like, yo, I needed this or something
Hmm.
like that. It's like, all right, that's what keeps me going.
Right.
You know what I mean? Somebody say, yo, I needed this.
Hmm.
Like with my video. As far as my food, like yo, this joint slapping or something like that. That's that's the stuff that that keeps me going. So
Right.
yeah, man, keep pushing, man. Real.
Yeah, no doubt. Any other last thoughts on this first segment?
Nah, man, that's about it, man. Just whatever you're doing in life, man, just keep going. That's all I say. It's
Yeah.
gonna get tough.
Oh yeah.
Believe that.
It's never
Ain't
gonna be
nothing easy.
easy.
Ain't nothing easy. Keep going. Keep going. Keep grinding.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, it's so great to hear about your business endeavors that you've been working on, and it's been pretty cool to watch you grow through it too. Because I feel like I've been around since the beginning of this too, and try to support as much as I can, and definitely try to push it out and share it to as many people as possible as well. But definitely keep it up. But on to our next segment, we're going to talk about another part of your kind of like business aspect and your lifestyle too, though, is fitness and mental health. So with fitness and mental health, you're able to provide like assistance to those in need. Like, how important is mental health and fitness?
Ooh, um, mental health. Like, okay, you got fitness, mental health. I'll say mental health is the most important thing because for you to even start your fitness journey, I feel like your mental has right. Like, it's all mental. It's like you have to set your mind to I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to start eating healthy. That's what it comes down to. But the whole like mental health thing, I stress this in my videos, man. Like if you're going through something, you have to talk to. You can't just hold that stuff in. Like look, if you need a therapist, go get a therapist. I've done therapy myself. I went through a dark time. That's why I started this videos and stuff. Like about 3 4 years ago, I started. it's very serious, man. You may think you're one of those people that you're strong and I'm not gonna go through nothing about. Look, it's gonna happen. Whether you want it to or not, we live in a wicked world.
Yeah, you can say that again.
A lot of people is selfish and only care about themselves. Like it's just all bad. But from my experience with the mental health thing is like you can't look to somebody else like to heal you.
Hmm.
And my advice, the only thing that will heal you is Christ. That's my opinion. That's what
Hmm.
I believe, and it has shown because I've came a long way, and you only can do so much on your own with your own will. You only can do so.
Right.
So you need that help. So yeah, yeah. That's I would say mental health is the most important. Before you even start fitness, your mental health has to be right. Has to because and someone else say this because if you think about it, if like say if you don't take care of your mental health and you start doing fitness to try to like overcome that, like
Hmm.
what happens when you can't be active, when you can't work out? That's going to put you into a deeper depression or anxiety, deeper like it's messing up your mental. So make sure your mental health is right before you even start the fitness thing because you're going to clinch on to fitness. When you don't have that, then all things fail. That's what people do to they grip onto that instead of fixing the problem is. So
Right.
yeah, like
Right.
I go all day, man.
No,
man,
yeah,
I
for
be going
sure.
through that stuff, man.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely good to honestly give all this advice out to everybody because you got to start somewhere. Which another thing here, I was going like, how does like what are some ways that someone can get started on their journey? Like, what are some of the first steps that they should take?
Uh, the first step, stop using excuses. That's the first step. Cause like people like, oh, this year I'm gonna get in shape. This year, the whole, New
New
Year's
Year's,
thing. I'm gonna get in
New
shape.
Year, new
I'm gonna
me.
do
Yeah.
this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. Well, we in what? How many months in? 4 months in?
Hmm.
If you haven't started yet, it's because you're using excuses.
Hmm.
Stop using excuses and just start. Just start it. That's all you got to do. Start. Start somewhere.
Hmm.
Just yeah. I can go into the advice and all that stuff, but you
Right.
first have to have, like I said, you have to have that mindset of I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna do it.
Exactly. So like people can reach out to you to if they do need help or where to begin and some stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Like that's what I'm saying. Like yeah, they can hit me up on like Instagram. Just shoot me a DM. Like that's what I'm saying. Like my services are there
Hmm.
to help you get started. And then I also do like videos to kind of just give you like some quick fitness tips and stuff like that. So oh for sure, yeah, people definitely can reach out. That's what I'm here for.
Right. And your IG is what irresistible flavor, right?
Yeah, irresistible flavor, just how it's spelled, irresistible flavor.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I have it up on stream underneath your video right now, so anybody checking out the video can definitely just type that on IG, check out his content, reach out to him for sure. But what are some tips or advice to give people like during their journey? Like, how can they maintain this process? Because it's not something that's easily you can easily just stop doing it at any given moment. Like, how can they stay on track?
My advice with that is you have to pace yourself. Because like I just said with the whole New Year, new me thing, people just like dive into it and just are like, oh, I'm just gonna completely just start eating healthy and all this stuff, and they just go too hard for about 2 weeks or a month, and then they just stop. What my advice is to just pace it, and what I mean by it is just slowly cut things out of your diet that you know that is not good for you. Like you should not just be eating chips and cookies and ice cream and stuff like that every day. Like cut it down to like one day. See me, I have my cheat day is Saturday. Just have a cheat meal, not a cheat day. That don't mean you can just eat any and everything because then all that work you just put in is
You
gone.
waste it, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a big
So
misconception because they always say like a cheat day. You should have a cheat day,
yeah,
AK, but you should only have like a
yeah,
cheat meal or whatever.
Exactly. It's a cheat meal, not a cheat day. Like just, have like a little portion of, I don't know, whatever. My weakness is wings. So I'll have like wings, then, like some rice and beans, something like from the Spanish spot.
Hmm.
And then like if I do have a sweet tooth, I'll eat like a Snickers or a cookie.
Hmm.
Like that's my cheat. So that's why my advice is to you, like you don't have to like, deprive yourself of like a good meal or like a sweet or something.
Hmm.
Just just stick it to like one day out of, and then as you keep going on this journey, like you're not even going to want it, like honestly, because you've been putting in so much work and you see the transformation. You're not even going to want to like eat that stuff. So that's what I said. Just pace yourself. Start off easy. Cut stuff out of your diet slowly. And as far as like the fitness thing, like a lot of people have this misconception that you have to lift weights and all that stuff. Look, just you could just start by just walking every day. Just take a walk,
Hmm.
get a jump rope. People sleep on jump rope. Get a jump rope. I do jump ropes in my warm up and my like when I'm warming down and stretching and all that stuff. I use
Hmm.
jump rope. It literally works everything in your body, every muscle. So a lot of people sleep on that. So you can just start off with just walking and jump rope and just cutting stuff out of your diet, and I guarantee you, you'll start to see results. Like you don't have to go extra hard. Just
Right.
pace yourself. Pace yourself. That would be my advice. Just pace yourself and just stay consistent. You have to stay consistent. Don't take 3 days off. Don't take a week off. Because if you do that, you're just gonna go right back to where you were.
Right
I've
on.
done it myself. I'm not just telling you that I've done it myself. I took a week off, lost all the gains. I was like, oh damn, I lost the ball. I lost it, man. You take a week off, you get lazy, and then you just go back into the comfort of just eating and just not doing anything. So
Right.
be consistent. That's in anything. Just be
Right.
consistent.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
could I could definitely relate to all of that too. Like I used to thought I had to like dive into it and just like cut everything, all of it out at once, and just work out, like do all this lifting. I was like, man, I can't do this. This shit's tough. Like, and it definitely deters you away. Like you're just like, yeah, this is too much. Like, and you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
As opposed to taking like a gradual approach to it. And then also like staying consistent and maintaining like pre-pandemic last year, I was in the gym every day for the month of February, and then March I was going at least 2 to 3 times a week. And then the pandemic hit, and I stopped working out because working out was new to me. I never really hit the gym growing up. Never hit it ever in my life, honestly. So I didn't know really how to work out from home. And yeah, could I probably put in the work to learn it? Yeah, probably. But I made excuses and stopped working out, and I probably haven't really worked out since then. Like, I mean, I played basketball here and there, but that's about it. But it's just like I feel like I needed that crutch of having the gym, having those machines. Like, I don't usually do good with my own body weight, so that's always been my issue. Cause like I'm a big dude and don't like using my body weight because of that. So
Oh yeah. I would say anybody you can literally start with that. Like you don't need weights. That the
hmm.
whole walking, jump rope, push up. Sometimes people just need to get back to the basics.
Hmm.
That's what I do. Like you can't see, but I got a one of those little pull up
Yeah.
bars, and I put one of those up. That honestly helped my like lifting. Because when I first put that thing up, I literally only hit like five.
Yeah, I
Like,
probably
and
can only do
that's
one.
crazy because I was in the gym before that, and I couldn't even hit five pull ups. And then when I constantly, start to do it, like I'm hitting like 20, and then now like my bench pressing and all that stuff is getting better. So like, people sleep on the basic, man. Let's get back to the basic, honestly. It'll help you
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, for sure, man. But any other thoughts or input you want to throw into here for the fitness and mental health at all?
Um, yeah, I would just say, man, just ask yourself why you're doing that. That whatever your answer is, that's what would help you to keep going and stay motivated to live a healthy lifestyle. Why are you doing
Right,
it?
right.
That's the
Yeah, you gotta
question.
have purpose and meaning. Otherwise, you're wasting your time, and I feel like you're not gonna be as motivated as you should be.
Exactly, exactly. And that's what anything in life, man. Ask yourself, what are you doing it for? Same thing we just talking about the videos.
Hmm.
What are you doing it for? Because if it's for attention and views, it's not gonna last long. If you're doing this fitness thing to look good for other people, it won't last long because people really don't care. So it has to be for
Yeah,
you. What
the
do you
blunt
want?
truth. The blunt truth.
Exactly. Nobody cares, man.
Right,
Just do it for yourself. Make sure you're
right,
taking care of your body so you can be around.
right. Because if you don't, you're gonna die pretty unhealthy and pretty early.
Yeah, a lot of people be sleeping on that, talking about, oh, like I'm young, I got time.
Yeah,
Yo,
time goes by like that.
yes, man. You start getting old, and I be just talking to like older people. Like people literally start doing that. Like talk to older people. Like they'll tell you like they always say, I wish I would have just took care of my body, stuff like
Hmm.
that. So you young now, but all the stuff you put in your body, it's going to come out.
Yeah,
So start taking care of your body, man.
yeah,
Very
for
important.
sure. Yeah, so
Uh,
fitness and mental health are super important to all of us. We need to take care of ourselves, obviously. But let's move on to our last segment here, which is another important thing here. We're going to talk about being successful and also talking about manhood, and we're going to define those. So we're going to start off with success. What defines success to you, and what motivates you to become successful?
uh, my definition of success, it may be a little different from others, but I would define success as family. That's what I would define it as because I mean, sometimes when you look at it, like the material things, it really don't matter. As you as you can see when the pandemic hit, none of that stuff matters. Like, you couldn't go places, you couldn't buy what you want to do. If you buying stuff, where you going? You can't go nowhere. So it's
Right,
like that stuff, even you see the celebrities, like they're locked in their house, they can't do anything. That money, all that does not matter.
right,
So what I got for the whole thing is like what is important is that's what success is like. You're happy with a family, you got food on the table, you got a roof over your head, your kids are taken care of, your wife is good, your health is good. Like that's what success is to me. It's like your health is good, your mental is good, your family is good. All that, people may say, success is, having a nice car and, all this money and all that stuff, but all that stuff can just be gone just like that. So
right,
that's just how I view success. My success, I would say, is family.
right,
That's
right.
what I would
So,
say.
what steps have you taken to become your vision of success?
My vision says I would say, um, like what I say, like the whole family thing.
Hmm.
Every step that I take now, all of this grind that I'm putting in, is to set up for my family, whatever, like whenever that time may be. Uh, I just want to make sure that financially, like honestly, right now, at least financially, like I'm good. Like I don't stress about it because I made smart decisions. But and then it just comes to that point where it's like, okay, you got everything, but you don't have a family, you don't have somebody to share it with. So that's why I think success means like you have a family, somebody to share it with,
Hmm.
and like also like I said, when I say success is like it's also like a state of mind. Like I don't know, like I just don't worry about the like the material things. I just want to make, and also like when that family do come, like I just want to make sure like I'm good as a man. That's why I talk about manhood because like you have to make sure like you're good. Like it's not all about the material things. Like I said, like because most like a real woman, like they're not gonna look for material things. They
Hmm.
they're gonna look for who you are
A
as a
good woman, at
man.
least.
Yes, a good one, a good one.
Because
That's the thing.
you are those like bougie women, or I don't know if that's the proper word, but they always look for like, oh, if they have a nice car or how they dress and where do they live and stuff like that, as opposed to like really looking at who you are as a man.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I said. Like a real woman, like a mature woman, is not going to look for none of those things. That's why none of that stuff even matters. I don't consider that as a success. Like it's like who you are as a person. And so that's the steps that I'm taking is like the financial part. All that stuff. The other things are taken care of. And now I'm just working on me. Like I'm working on myself and making sure like I'm equipped as a husband. So when that time comes, like for my family, how to run a household and all that stuff. So like that's what I'm preparing myself as far as success, because that's what I see as success. So you got to be
Right.
ready.
Yeah, so it also comes full circle too with our previous segment too is to become successful you also got to have a good mental health and you got to be in shape for the most part because if you're going to the hospital or the doctors every other day or every other week like you're not going to be able to accomplish your goals, you're not going to be able to become successful because you got to take care of this as opposed like if you are healthy both mentally and physically you're going to be able to reach these goals, you're going to be able to do what needs to be done to become successful as well.
Exactly, exactly. It's all connected. It's all
Yeah,
connected.
yeah, it sure is. But how can people make changes in their life? Because sometimes it's not easy to make those changes. Change can be very uncomfortable. But how can they make the change to become successful and accomplish their goals?
I would say honestly, just you got to come up with a plan. You gotta have a plan, and that's we talk about manhood. That's one of the things you gotta have. Like as a man, like you should have a
Mm-hmm.
plan. You gotta have some type of plan because if you don't have a plan, then what are you going off of? Like what's the mission? So when you talk about want to get started on a success and everything, like you have to have a plan because you can't just drive blind. Like you gotta know you gotta know where you're going. It's like you get in a car and it's like, okay,
Where am I
where
going
we going?
today?
Like where we going? Like you gotta have a plan. That's the first thing I would say. Just get that plan together, whatever it is, like your goals or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you have that plan, stick to it. Constantly check it. Like, give yourself, like a month or two or whatever, and then come back to it. Like come up with a list and then come back in a month or two. Like, okay, have I done this? Have I did this? Have I did that? If you're trying to start a business, did I do
Mm-hmm.
this? Did I do get your ducks in a row and just accomplish it. That's
Right.
like that's what's like you talking about, success is like that's what you gotta do. You gotta come up with a plan and execute. That's what you have to do.
Right. Exactly. So another topic here that we're going to get into is manhood. What does manhood mean to you?
Manhood. This is man, it's still something I'm learning, but I would say it just goes back to like the whole just being ready. Like um manhood, I know we as young men we were told that you're not supposed to show, emotion,
Mm,
cry and all that stuff. But I think a lot of people forget that that is part of man is part of being a human being. Like
right.
you have feelings, you have emotion. So I feel like once men tap into that, it would just open up the floodgates. Like I'm just speaking from experience because I was like as men, like if you look back on every single relationship that you had, every woman has told you something that you like, you don't do this, you don't do that. You're not doing this, you're not doing that. Like it's something. So as a man, you should like, okay, I keep hearing this. Maybe it's something I need to fix. And that was one of the things that I always heard, in past relationships, is like, you're not emotional. You don't show any emotion. I'm like, yeah, that's the way I am. Like, man, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, but then after a while, it's like, maybe it's a problem, obviously.
Yeah.
So, you start to tap into that. That's why, I say about the mental health stuff, like therapy, kind of just got my head right, got in the Bible, deep in my faith, and now it's just I see through a different. It's like I'm just a different man.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, just I don't know, just what I say with manhood, you just have to let go of that whole macho man.
Right.
Just let go of that. Like you can still be emotional, all that stuff, and
You can
still
be a
handle
tough guy.
business as
Yeah.
a man. Like protect your girl if you need to and stuff like that. But it's like you need to let that stuff go, man. Like being tough doesn't make you a man.
Right.
Being in the streets will make you manly. Like
Right.
what? Like
Yeah.
I know a lot of soft dudes in the street. Like that don't make you. No, also man is just. is somebody that provides like for his family. Like I say, it goes back to family, man. Like
Hmm.
as a man, you're supposed to be there, present. You see a lot of that nowadays where men just don't handle their responsibilities. Like, they just have kids and behind. Like, nah, like it's not a
Yeah.
man. Like, take care of your responsibilities. Provide for your family. Just be there for your wife. And I mean, if you're dating, like, be there for your girl, like emotionally. Like,
Hmm.
that's what being a man is, man. It's just being there, being present, show that you care, loving,
Right.
just sacrificing. I mean, I feel like as a man, like we have to do a lot of sacrifice
Yeah.
because we're the protectors. That's what we're here for. So
Exactly.
yeah, that's what I see as man.
Right. And I think also that society though paints that picture that guys have to be tough, like they can't show emotions and stuff like that. And I think we're slowly in the midst of that change right now. And I think we just got to make it okay that guys show emotions. Like it is okay to cry as a man. Like like you said, we're human. That's a normal human emotion to cry. It's actually a good thing to cry because of the hormones and shit that get released. Like it actually helps you mentally
Yeah,
when you do cry because you have to let it out. Like it's a built up thing that you have to just all right, cool, let it go, move on, learn from it, and stuff like that. But
yeah,
we have to start with making it okay and making it feel like you're not a pussy, you're not a little bitch or whatever. Like for crying, like no, women don't want a complete tough guy. Like they want guys like you said, like from your experience, like they want guys who show emotion. They want it to be able to compare it to because like if the woman's the only one crying or whatever going through stuff like showing raw emotions and then you're just sitting over there Mr. Tough Guy not showing anything, it's just like can she even come and talk to you about it because like
yeah.
she's not going
It
to feel
shows,
comfortable.
yeah, it shows that you really like. It shows like you don't care, which
Right.
you probably do care, but you don't know how to
How to
show it.
express it, yeah, because like you were brought up or raised a certain way, you're like no guys they have to be tough, they can't cry, like you can cry
Yeah,
behind closed doors and no one else sees it, like no, it's
that,
okay to.
it, and that's why I said, man. It goes back to the mental health thing. It's like when you holding all that stuff in, and like you don't get that stuff out, you start to take that out
Hmm.
on other people. Like without even noticing it, you take that out on people. It's like you're like you come by a dude like he's always angry. Like, yo, why are you so mad? And it's because of all that emotion and stuff is built up, and
Hmm.
he can't let it go. So he just starts to take it out, and then take that out on his family too. And
Right.
that's what messes up the household. That's
Yeah.
why a lot of divorces and dudes just leave their kids and wife behinds because they don't deal with the issue. They don't deal with them.
Right.
So as a man, you gotta face it, man. Stop running.
Hmm.
Real talk.
Exactly.
Stop
And
running.
honestly, this all relates to like an issue that definitely skyrocketed over the past year because of the pandemic was domestic abuse and domestic violence because you're being home with one another like more than you normally are. So like you're around each other more than normal. So like but people didn't know how to handle that because of not having the strong right mental health. There like you said there might have been people that have been dealing with so many issues now they just let loose and they don't know how to handle it and they don't realize like oh shit I just hurt them mentally or physically and that's not okay. But it all has that common denominator of mental health and then understanding manhood because just be, just because you're a man doesn't mean you have to be this tough strong guy. Like it's okay to talk, it's okay to go to therapy, like it's okay to get help when needed, like it's okay to ask for help.
Yeah,
Like we got to
yeah,
understand
yeah,
that.
yeah, man. It runs real deep. Runs deep. I feel like once we start to realize that things would get a little bit better.
Hmm.
My whole thing is it starts with like because like you said we all were raised this way. Like if
Hmm.
you don't change the cycle, nothing's going to change.
Right. So
It's
you're
going to
definitely going to start with us now.
continuously. Yeah, it starts like we gotta make change, and like I said, it starts with how we date, how we marry. It all starts there. It starts with that's why I say family to me success. Like it all starts there.
Right.
Once you raise the kids a certain way, it's like they won't act this way in the world, and
Right.
that's where the issue that people don't understand.
Yeah.
Sad.
Exactly. Yeah. A lot of things get taught at home that shouldn't get taught, whether it's emotions or even down to a different topic that we're not going to get in today is like racism. Like racist, you're not born racist, you're taught racist, and that starts at
Exactly.
home. And if you ever want to end racism, you're going to have to teach it. You're going to have to preach it to these kids like from the beginning. Like, no, it's not okay to be racist, and everybody is human, and we got to treat one another the same. And it's okay to have emotions, no matter if you're a guy or a female or whatever you want to be. Like, it's okay to have emotions. But yeah, man. Any other thoughts or input you want to throw into the last segment here before we close it out?
Um, yeah, man, I would just say, man, just as men, just talking to men, seek help. Matter of fact, this is something that I have like men in the church that we have a men, and we talk about things that we go through as a man.
Mm-hmm.
So my advice would be to any dude that's watching is like, you need to surround yourself by other men. Talk about these conversations that problems that you having, and you may learn from another guy. Like, he went through this, and like, oh, how did you get through this? How did you get through that? Or, I'm
Right.
dealing with this. How did or have you dealt with it? Like, just kind of
Mm-hmm.
talk amongst other men, and like, it will help. It helped me. I won't tell nobody nothing that I haven't done, or and like I said, man, I've grown as a man, and that's because of other men. And a lot of guys don't have a father in their life,
Yeah. That,
and
that's huge too.
that's that's huge. And that's what I say. It goes back to the family thing. When
Mm-hmm.
you don't have a father figure in there, then they run to the streets. So it's like, you you just have to connect with somebody that can help you as a man. Like, do you have somebody to show you how to be a man? What
Right.
it like? I mean, like, do you even have a man in your life to show you how to approach women, like
Right.
the proper way with respect? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it's like
Not Ayo
that.
Shorty or Ayo Ma. Let me holler at you. Like, nah.
Like, nah,
It's not how that
that's not how
works.
you. Yeah, it's not how you talk to a woman. It's like, you approach them with respect, and not just look at them like as for just a body, or not like look at a woman for who they are. It's like, did you have a man to teach you that? That's what I'm saying. It's like, we get away from those things, like as a man. So I
Mm-hmm.
would say, man, just reach out to somebody, talk to them. You think you know what a man is. Having sex with multiple women, that's not a man. That doesn't make it.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure. That's society
yeah.
painting the wrong picture for everybody.
Niggas like, oh, you got a couple of hoes. Like, yo, you the man. Nah,
Nah.
that's not cool, bro.
You still a
We
little
get to,
boy.
yeah, that's what little boys do. Like, oh, yeah. Like, nah, like, we used to do that as little boys. Now, man, you a man. Like, settle down, get one woman, treat her right,
Yeah, before it's
build a
too
family.
late.
You know what I mean, build a family, show them the right way to approach a woman. Fuck these women out. Like, that's saying,
Mm-hmm.
man, it's all connected. It's all the cycle that we have to break.
Right,
So,
exactly.
yeah, and it starts with the men. It starts with men.
Yeah, for sure. So everybody who's listening, checking us out, if you guys need any advice or want to reach out even to somebody, you can reach out to us. Either Facebook or Instagram, just hit us up for sure, and we can definitely talk you through it, help you out, give advice, or if we don't know, we'll get the answers for you. But yeah, man, what a conversation we just had. It's been about 45 minutes, but I think it's time to wrap this episode up. So I personally want to take the time out to thank you again for coming on the show today. It was definitely a great conversation we had, for sure. And thank everyone who checked us out today live on Twitch, and everybody's going to check us out later on YouTube or any of the podcasting services around the globe. We'd like to also extended to check out our other content on YouTube. We have the Press Start podcast. It was formerly known as the Chill Zone podcast, where we talk about gaming news. Now we also incorporate more world news issues as well. So we cover a bunch of topics, and those are a lot of great conversations. So check that out on YouTube. But Shawn, or as I should say, Chef Love, where can we find you at, man?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. Like I said, my fitness and nutrition page is Irresistible Flavor, and then I also have another page, it's God First underscore Fam Second. It's on my bio on this on the other page. Just click that and follow those. Um, And then like I said, with those, you getting fitness, nutrition, and videos speaking on religion, faith, and beliefs and all that. It's just different topics, man. Like I said in this interview, is just to help you like mentally, what is it's things that I'm going through, and I'm growing as a person. And I'm sharing it, and then also my YouTube channel is Free Your Mind TV on YouTube, and then I also have a TikTok. I gotta get more involved on the TikTok.
Yeah,
I feel like an old man. Like it's like I don't know how to work this thing. Like,
yeah. I'm in the same
but
boat. I don't know how to use it.
but my TikTok is Chef Love Fitness, and yeah. So yeah, it's just those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get
So
those plugged into the description on the YouTube channel, so everybody that's checking it out later can definitely get those. But you can find me at Twitter at Mr. Never Chillin underscore. Hop on Xbox if you want a game or chat in the party. xNever space chillin. Check me out on Facebook, Vic Brubacher. If you have questions or if you want to come on this talk show or the gaming podcast, hit me up. Also, check these videos out live at twitch.tv/ Mr. Never Chillin. So I'll be on the lookout for those. Those episodes are usually on Fridays about between 7 and 9 o'clock. But I can definitely be making adjustments to accommodate different people's schedules. So be on the lookout for those. Again, going to be producing some more gaming content. So be on the lookout for that. But I want to thank everyone again. But until next time, peace.